In 2024, I will be a millionaire, and I'm going to talk to you about how. And we're going to get into this today. I told you it's going to be a little bit more intense than my typical videos, and I am videoing this, filming this from home. So bear with me if you hear noises in the background. I'm not at my studio today. It's a couple days before Christmas 2023, and I wanted to get this out there on video today. So I'm going to give you today, real quick, and just the next few minutes. I don't want to say real quick. I mean, it might take a few minutes. You're going to have to be patient and watch it. But, anything good, you have to be patient to, really grab hold of it. So I'm going to give you 3 things that I've done, I'm doing, and they're not necessarily easy things, but there are 3 things that you can do to have a better life in 2024. I promise you, you do these 3 things and you'll have life turnaround. I mean, it'll be turnaround unlimited for you. I promise you. I started this journey about 1.5 years ago. I had lost everything at one point. A few years back, I'd lost everything, lost my family, lost my relationship with my kids, my friends, and went through that whole guilt and shame and abandonment and all that stuff. I don't want to get into it because, I'm over that. I'm free. I'm delivered. But just to let you know, just have a little baseline of where I came from. I mean, I had a couple of houses. I had all kind of cars. I don't even remember how many cars and vehicles I had, but I went from there to absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And you can tell, looking at me, got a little gray, got a little age. And so it wasn't a fun time. It was a very, very scary time. But I'm going to give you some of the things, not everything in this video. I don't have time. I'm not going to give you 10 points in a point. I'm just going to give you 3 things today that you can start doing now to make 2024 your best year ever. And you may not have it in you like I do to become a millionaire in 2024, but you can certainly become a thousandaire. How does that sound to you? How would an extra $15,000 or $20,000 next year over this year be for you? Would it help? Would it help you to be able to do some of the things that you want to do? Because we all want to travel, and I've been very, very thankful this past year, 2023, that I've been able to travel a lot. I've been able to assist and help my wife. She's about to make her 3rd trip to Brazil, and so it's been a good year. But it's because of the things I'm going to share with you today. So don't stop this video. Watch the whole thing. Have a little patience and just listen, take some notes. I promise you, you'll be glad that you did. Okay? You ready? Ready to get started? Oh, by the way, subscribe to this channel. I promise you it'll be worth it. I don't have all the flashy things like a lot of the video channels do or YouTube channels do. I don't have... You're never going to see naked girls dancing across the screen, and you're not going to see a bunch of me throwing out money and promises and stuff like that. But I am going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you the truth, and I'm not going to hold anything back, and we're going to get you to a place that you need to be, okay? All right, so number 1. Are you ready for number 1? I don't think you are, because this one's going to be tough, okay? It's going to be a little bit tough on some of you. Not right now. I mean, to hear it's nothing, but to start doing it is going to be a little tough. So here's number 1. You ready? Number 1. It's easy. Stop stopping. Man, stop stopping. I wrote down a list of things that we say we're going to start, and then we end up stopping. And email me. Feel free to email me. turnaroundunlimited@gmail.com. That's turnaroundunlimited@gmail.com. And give me your list. Maybe I'll get to share it. Maybe I'll interview you. We got some of those coming up, but we'll talk about that later. So start stopping. Think about it. How many of you, number 1, have ever bought a book off of Amazon or Audible, and you're thinking, man, I'm going to get that book because my buddy told me it was life-changing? And you get the book, and you have the book, and you look at the book, but you've never read the book. Last year, I mean, it was a year ago. The thing that started me on my journey here to success and out of the hole that I was in to get to where I am today, and it's going to get me to become a millionaire in 2024, is this simple little book, and I've told, I don't know, dozens and dozens of people about it. I've said things about it here on YouTube. I've said things about it on Facebook. I've said things about it on Twitter. I've said things about it on Instagram. And you know what? Very few of you have bought the book, picked up the book, or even read the book. Some of you have, and your life's changing. But there's this book called The Science of Getting Rich, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. I got that book. A friend of mine, a pastor friend of mine from a different town that I'm in. I've known this guy for years and years and years and years. And I just happened to run into him one day at this event. And I mean, I was in a low spot in my life. And he actually was the one that told me about that book. And I was brave enough to spend the $8 or $9 it was on Amazon to buy the book, The Science of Getting Rich. Ordered it. It was delivered. I read it. I didn't really fully understand it, so I read it again. I read it again. I read it again. I read it again. And then all of a sudden, I began to grab hold of what he was talking about there. And I compared some things with Scripture and opened up my Bible. And I found out, whoa, God talks about these same principles that's in this book. And I put those things together. And then they started getting on the inside of me. And I started confessing them. And then, oh my gosh, my life just opened up. It's been an amazing journey. And 2024 is even going to be a better journey than ever before. So, but how many of you get a book and then you just stop? Well, stop stopping. Here's a quick list. How many of you ever thought, you know what, I need to watch a video. I need to watch this video because I need to learn from this guy. Maybe it's a Tony Robbins or Robert Morris or Kenneth Hagin or Doug Crumbly or something. You think, oh, I want to save that video. I'm going to watch it. And you start it, then you stop, and you don't ever watch it again. Stop stopping. How about this? Take a course. You think, man, I'm going to take this course. I'm going to get smart. I'm going to increase my knowledge in this area. You buy the course, and you don't take it. You know what I did? I hate to even confess this, but I did this. I don't know. Maybe it's been a while back, but I thought to myself, you know what, with my job, I do a lot of public speaking. And part of what I do, a big chunk of what I do is I speak to senior adults about different things. And so I had this idea. I thought, you know what, I should get my insurance license, my health insurance license, and sell Medicare to these people. So here's what I did. Here's what Doug did. I bought the course. I started the course. I took chapter 1 and chapter 2, and then I stopped. Well, let me ask you a question. Is Doug an insurance agent? The answer is no. Why? Because he stopped. Was it a good idea? Probably. Would it have been prosperous? Probably. Would I have done well at it? Absolutely. But did I stop? Yes. So did it pay off? No, it didn't. And a lot of you, you just start and you stop. So watching video, taking a course. Oh, here's a big one. Here's a big one. Here's a big one. And it's just around the corner. I mean, we're getting to 2024, so here we go. We might as well put this out there. How many of you think, I'm going to join the gym, and you join the gym and then you go for a month and you quit? Stop stopping. Eating healthy. My goodness, we're like, oh my goodness, I can't even understand this. And how many people, I mean, I hear this all the time. November comes and people are, you don't act like you have never done this, okay? Because I've done it. I know you have too. We have this, we may not ever say it, but we actually think it. November comes, Thanksgiving's coming up, and we think, well, I need to lose a few pounds. Need to join the gym. Ha, ha, ha. I need to get better health. Oh, yeah. But I'm going to wait till after Christmas. I'm going to eat from Thanksgiving to Christmas for 30 days. And then when January comes, I'm going to go join Planet Fitness. And because it's only $10 a month, and I'm going to get healthy, and I'm going to be a Superman, and I'm going to watch Instagram videos that are going to fire me up, and it's going to be a brand new year. 2023 was a test, but 2024 is my year. Not if you don't get off your ass, it's not going to be. I'm sorry to have to say it that way, but it's the honest to God truth. You're going to have to get up and stop stopping what you're doing and follow through. You want to succeed, follow through, eat healthy. Some of you are out there and I've heard people tell me this all the time. I just want to start a business. I want to start a business. I want to start a ministry. I want to start this. And they'll make some steps. I want to get my marriage better. I want to call a friend or a relative I haven't spoken to in years. And we have good intentions, but our problem isn't the intentions. And we're not going to be judged on what we intend to do. We're going to be judged on our actions. Talk is cheap. I know, I've been there. You've been there. Come on. Let's start 2024 off right. Don't wait till after Christmas. Don't wait till after your New Year's party and you get stone drunk and drink all that alcohol and beer and whiskey and eat all that cake and food and then decide. Start today. There's nothing wrong with starting today. It's not going to hurt anybody's feeling. All it's going to do is help you and help your health and all these things. So stop stopping. Start today. Start today. So number one, and I don't mean it's number one as most important. I just mean this is the first thing I started talking about. And I told you I was going to give you three. So number one, stop stopping. That is so insane when we do that. And I put myself in that bucket. I've done enough stopping. I've done enough stopping, for all of us. And so we've got to stop. Okay. Number two, and I want to keep this video under 20 minutes, so bear with me. Number two, and this is just as important, listen to Doug here. Listen to me. Make your health, make your money, and make your relationships your top priority. Your money, your health, your relationships. One thing I do, I told you earlier, I speak to senior adults all over the country. And I always start my seminars out with talking about their health and the importance of their health. And some of these senior adults I'm talking to are 65, 70, 80, 90. I actually met a man recently. His name's Hal, met him in Kansas City, 99-year-old World War II vet. And he looked healthier. I've got a picture. I'm not going to show you because he looks younger than me. And I was talking to him about it. We were having a really good conversation. And he was telling me, look, man, he went through hell in World War II. And, just some bad things happened to him. But throughout the years, he's made his health, he's made his relationships, he's made his money a priority. And if your future is going to include being wealthier than you are now, healthier than you are now, better relationships than you have now, then they have to be a present day number one priority in your life now. So when I'm talking to senior adults or I'm talking to anybody, I start out, I don't care how old they are, I'll tell them all this. I know that everybody in here wants to live longer. I know you do. We all do. We want to live longer and we want to live better. We don't want to be on machines in 5 or 10 years. We don't want to have to, rely on all this medicine and all this stuff. We want to live better. Well, if we're going to do that in the future, we have to make our health a priority now. If we're going to be a millionaire in 2024, then we have to make our money a priority now. Our wealth, let me put it that way, our wealth. Wealth is more than just money accumulation. It's a mindset. You're not wealthy out here in bank accounts until you get wealthy in here. Whole other lesson, whole other story. We'll talk about that soon someday. And then the last thing, relationships. Man, I don't know how many people. I've got relatives. I've got people I love, people I care about. Relatives that haven't spoken to their siblings, their parents, their kids, their sister, brothers, aunts, or uncles in years because they're mad at them about something they did and hurt their feelings. Oh, cry me a bucket full of tears. Dear Lord, you're allowing that person to pull your puppet strings and control you. That's all that is. And you need to get over that. And you need to go to that person first off and apologize and repent to them. Well, they did me wrong, Doug. I don't care. It's not about them getting free. It's about you getting free. Make relationships a priority. It's that important. Just do it. Stop stopping. Stop thinking about it and just go do it. Money, health, and relationships. Stop sacrificing your future because you'd rather be entertained now instead of working on that money and that on that wealth and those relationships and the health. So number one, stop stopping. Did I say it strong enough? Number two, make your health, money, and relationships a priority. You want to be wealthier and have better relationships and much better health in 2024 than you did 2023. You have to make that decision today. Absolutely today. Make it today. So number three, and this one's probably the most important. And I hope you don't tune me out when I say this, because you're going to miss out on the best part of this video. Listen to me. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And because I love you, I'm going to tell you the truth. You're going to have to, number three, make God a priority in your life. You are. He is the strength of all that you do. He's the center of everything good. He is the one that everything good that comes through us or to us comes through a relationship, and that the most important relationship that we can have is with God. He's the one that's going to help you get to that good place, because one of the first things he's going to teach you to do is to be thankful. He is. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Every wealthy person, every healthy person, every person of longevity is a thankful person and is a person of forgiveness. Forgiveness and thanksgiving. And you can't do that in your own strength. You have to have a relationship with God. I'm so thankful for that, and we'll talk about that later. But I just want to leave you with that thought today with this video, that of those three things, your relationship with God is the utmost important. And I mean, if you're mad at the church, and I've been mad at the church. Listen, I went for years. I used to pastor, good-sized church, and I got away, and I got mad at God and got mad at everybody, and I didn't want to have anything to do with it. But thank God that those days are over. Those days are behind me. I love the church I go to. It is totally unconventional. It is totally non-religious. It is totally different than anything I've ever been a part of. And I absolutely love it because these people love God. They love Jesus with all their heart. They love me. They love everybody that comes in. They don't care what you've done. They're going to love you, and there's nothing that you can do about it. In fact, that's one of the things they say every single Sunday. We love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I love that. I love my pastor. And I'm just so glad to be there, because God's blessing me tremendously because of my connection with that church. And so get back to God. You folks have gotten mad and pissed off at a parent or something, and you've rejected God. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. You're rejecting one person because you got mad at somebody else. Come on. God's your help. God is your hope. God's the one that will rescue you and restore you and bring back the things that you need in your life and actually elevate you to a place you need to be. So here we are, real quick, those three things in summary. Number one, stop stopping. Start doing. Number two, make your health, your relationships, and your money a priority in 2024. Number three, get back to God. If you've never been with God, then get to God. Ask Christ to come into your heart. Get to Jesus. Now listen. If you want to talk, if you need some counsel, send me an email, turnaroundunlimited@gmail.com. My name's Doug. Send me that email. We'll talk. Give me your phone number. I'll call you, or we'll talk through email, or we'll talk through some form of technology. And I'll get you the help, or I'll try to get you the help you need and you deserve. That's what we're here for. Also, remember that... and maybe you don't, maybe you do remember this, but there's several websites you can go to. Just look at the top of the channel. There's Watch Doug for this. Please share this video. Please subscribe to this channel. We're going to have more about this. And then there's some other links up there. If you're looking to start a business, you can go to, or just get healthier. Go to Live Pure Now, Live Pure Now, or livepurenow.life. Live Pure Now. Live Pure Now. I can never get that straight. You get it. LIVE. livepurenow.life, and help you get on a program towards health. So what I've done, it's been 3 years and 1 month since I've taken any medication. livepurenow.life. Go there if you want to be a part of that. Start your own business. I'll help you. Listen, it's time to do it now. Now is the time. Stop putting it off. Stop stopping. Make these things a priority and get your life back with God. Listen, God bless you. Love you. Let me pray for you. Then we're going to end this thing. Father, I pray for every single person watching this video. I pray for every person that shares this video. And God, especially those that watch the entire thing, that 2024 would be their best year ever. I pray for prosperity. I pray for health. I pray for wisdom, God. In the name of Jesus, I pray that you by the Holy Spirit would help them to stop stopping and be everything, Father, that you've called and anointed them to be. God bless you, folks. Love you. God bless you so much. Drop me a note. I'll talk to you soon.